Loki will join the Straw Hats and face off against the Holy Knights by the end of the Elbaf arc, which of course will give us a legendary prophecy-fulfilling battle, with him facing against an evil, dark Nika version of himself. It's obvious, Loki and the monster trio will throw a few punches at each other, with Loki eventually respecting Luffy as a warrior, and even more so as a captain, since let's be honest, his lightning is not affecting Luffy. And we know, Loki is a good guy. Gaben mentioned how kind Loki is inside all of that bravado Sigma male facade of his. Even Luffy, who has one of the greatest emotional IQ in the show, believes Loki to be a good guy, and the reason he wants his shackles removed is because he has seen the God's Knights and what their plan is with Elbaf. After the betrayal he likely faced 6 years ago, where everyone believed him to be the killer of his father, it's possible that Loki doesn't trust anyone to save Elbaf. Loki's father wanted the people of Elbaf to assimilate with the outside world more, while Loki felt the opposite. He wanted the giants to stay inside Elbaf. Loki kneels down beside his father's lifeless body as he puts his fur coat over him. He wonders if this is what happens when someone loves their country too much, truly showcasing how much he respected King Harold and loved him. In that instant, Loki decided to seek his revenge against the world government, as he says that he is heading out to sea, taking with him the surviving soldiers from the castle. He says that he won't reveal that Harold was manipulated and played by the government to the people, ultimately dying because of them. This would destroy all the progress his father had done within Elbaf for like a century, to eliminate internal prejudice against humans. He orders everyone present to not speak a word of what happened that day. Just tell them it was all Loki's fault. Loki also says that he can't become king of Elbaf, as he could never honor his father's wishes. Which is another hint that Loki will end up joining the Straw Hats after Elbaf. This reveal also tells us why Shanks had to imprison Loki 6 years ago. After setting out to sea, Loki likely did what Zabek had done, made a name for himself by attacking world government assets like ships carrying heavenly tribute, eventually gaining enough confidence to go after Mauritius itself. Similar to how Shanks showed up in Whitebeard's ship, warning him before the Marineford War, or he intervened against Kaido during Marineford, he likely approached Loki to tell him that the time to strike Mauritius and Emu wasn't right yet. Luffy or Joy Boy was still too young, but Loki, being as stubborn as he is, he didn't listen, leaving Shanks no choice but to fight and capture Loki to make sure the Plan of Dawn plays out in the future. Because Loki is an essential piece in defeating Emu. This was a strategic move by the Child of Destiny against the cursed child Loki. Now, 6 years later, Luffy with Gear 5 is there to unleash Loki, the only other character in the entire series who has the power and haki to tame this monster, which is exactly what we see in the present day. Yep, after 8 months, Luffy is back in the manga, and he couldn't be happier to hear how much of a goat Loki really is. Even Haruden apologizes and agrees to release Loki. But Loki isn't fully off the hook yet, for all the collateral damage his rampages have caused Elbaf in the past. The giants just know that Loki's not a traitor or villain at heart. The real enemy was the government all along. And now after 14 years, they must band together to fight the Holy Knights once again to save Elbaf. Just as everyone is celebrating though, one of the monsters Draugr that Killingham manifested earlier drops down to the underworld. The Draugr is a giant undead warrior, born from the fears of kids in Elbaf. In mythology, Draugr are vengeful zombie-like beings, the reanimated corpses of warriors that guard treasures or attack the living. Loki is quick to showcase his power after the sea stone chains are lifted from him. He says that the rest of them should go on ahead. He can fly up fast after dealing with the Draugr. This flying ability likely comes from his weapon Ragnir, which might work like Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, carrying him through the air. I will explore more about that in just a bit. As everyone else makes their way up to the Sun Realm, even Gaban is being carried by Fyonji as he skywalks up. This really worries me more than anything. Cause do you guys remember the last time Sanji was carrying an old man? Do not kill Gabon, bro. You know in the anime, Toei is gonna make him drop him. The only ones left in the underworld are Loki and Luffy, who stayed behind to watch. This is like a job application for Loki. Luffy is definitely asking him to join his crew after watching how cool his fighting style is. Then Loki, as he's jumping up to attack Draugr, says, "Let's show him your power, Ragnir." Meaning whatever we see next is going to be an attack imbued with Ragnir's abilities of the Radatsukor. The attack is named Niflheim, which instantly freezes Draugr. Last chapter we saw the thunder from Ragnir. Now, ice, which is kinda like a water-based ability. The flying ability might represent Ragnir's control over the air. Finally, the weight increase, which we saw Ragnir do, could also be an aspect of it controlling Earth. To me, this feels like Ragnir controlling natural elements around it more than it conjuring them. This ice attack happens in the lowest realm of Elbaf, which is an icy, frozen land. In the attack against Herald, lightning was attracted from the sky. This is fitting for Loki, especially since Zabek's final order to him was to find the Galileo giants, who are frozen. Using his powers, now Loki can just melt the ice to easily free them. The attack on Niflheim itself is very telling about Loki's true power. In Norse mythology, Niflheim is the realm of primordial ice cold, one of the first worlds to exist. Oda, in the kanji reading for Loki's attack, even uses Origin World, which is a direct nod to Niflheim being a primordial world in myth. The craziest part is that the dragon often associated with Niflheim at the roots of the world is Nidhogg, which many in the community believe to be Loki's foe. I am many in the community. In the myth, Nidhogg gnaws at the world's roots, which could be symbolic of Loki drawing power from nature around him through Ragnir. The craziest part of all of this is how shocked and impressed Luffy looks. And with Loki's true goal being the demise of the world government, and Luffy being the sun god Nika, who will free the world from Imu's darkness, both of their fates are linked to one another. I can see both Luffy and Loki combining their strength to beat up Gunko in the Sun World. Luffy's Bajrangun coated with Loki's special ice to dispel Imu once and for all. This would cause Imu to recoil and be hurt back in Marijua, where my goat monkey deadbeat dragon is waiting to strike this fraud down. And right after he will show up in Elbaf. We all know this is happening, right guys? Thank you for watching. Go get some giver subs, please.